king cobra can kill 20 men in minutes.
Get out of his way. Oh!
Now, this snake charmer is going face to face for a kiss.
You're taking your life in your own hands if you try to do what I do.
Not having fingers made it tough for Mark Pringle to get a grip. You won't believe the body parts doctors used to craft him a new hand. Michael Bowden kills bugs for a living. Now, hundreds of squirming, stinky cockroaches are about to get revenge. Plus, the strange wager that landed this family man with breast implants. And you'll be shocked at how far people will go to worship these sacred bulls. Unbelievable? Believe it. On Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Hello and welcome to the unbelievable world of Ripley's. Cobra snakes kill. Their venom is lethal. Gordon Cates loves snakes so much that he's about to give one a kiss. One wrong move, and it could be a kiss of death.
You'll hear him swell up with air, and then you'll hear him start rattling.
Snake expert Gordon Cates regularly handles the deadliest snakes in the world. But what he's about to do next could cost him his very life. Because, believe it or not, he'll attempt to kiss this lethal cobra on top of its head.
You're taking your life in your own hands if you try to do what I do. This is not a game, and it's not a gimmick. There's nothing fake about this. I wouldn't suggest anybody try it.
This is one herpetologist who clearly loves his work. And Gordon's death-defying fascination with the snakes, especially the poisonous ones, is why this Florida snake handler is a living legend. According to Gordon, his obsession with serpents started a long time ago.
I always caught every snake I could find. I've got stories where my mom thought I was playing with a night crawler. But when she finally came out and checked me, it was actually a baby rattlesnake that I had. And I kept telling them, but they didn't believe me.
As he grew, Gordon decided to turn his passion for snakes into his life's work.
No.
And after finally finding a woman who shared his interests, Gordon tied the knot with his wife, Beth.
It was real important to find a wife that was also into snakes because there's not too many women that are into snakes at all.
Nice one. Look, babe. I'm the snake lady. You know, he's been the snake man for so long that, you know, it's just sort of happened. I'm the snake lady.
And with stepson Michael, snakes have become a family affair.
I plan on having a room full of snakes when I grow up. And if my girlfriend doesn't like it, she'll just have to get over it.
Gordon's grabbing a snake. Yay.
Beth has found being married to the snake man far from dull. Just take a look at this video Beth shot during a recent family vacation.
Oh, he's being bad.
Luckily, that snake wasn't venomous. But other times, Gordon hasn't been so lucky. His snake handling obsession has almost killed him more than once.
This is one fang off an eastern diamondback that I had already milked, and it was in the process of force feeding him and got one fang in the end of my finger. 8 days in the hospital. I mean, my arm, the side of my face, it was all swollen up real bad. Like I said, basically that venom liquefied off the end of my finger.
Beth understands that danger comes with the territory when you're married to a snake handler.
How do I deal with it? How do I deal with the fact that Gordon could die at any moment from any of the snakes that we have? If that were to happen, he will have died doing what he absolutely was born to do and loves to do. And how many people can say that?
Gordon's snakes are so unpredictable that when he brings out his king cobra, the Ripley's crew is caught off guard.
He's not playing.
Fast-moving with a bite that's fatal within minutes, This cobra has more energy than expected.
Now this way.
And the crew narrowly avoids disaster. Incredibly, Gordon must rely on lightning-fast reflexes and years of experience just to contain this powerful predator.
Look out. King Cobra. He deserves his name.
Next, Gordon attempts the unthinkable. Leaning in very carefully, he'll try to kiss this cobra on top of its head and get away without being bitten.
How about one? You like that one?
Amazingly, Gordon pulls it off.
Over here.
But now he's going to try something even more dangerous. Drawing on his experience and using his hand to divert the snake's attention, he'll go face to face with the killer cobra. With one swift move, Gordon steals a kiss. Although this native of India has enough venom to kill 20 men, Gordon skillfully avoids its deadly fangs.
He was in a bad mood, but that's what I want, you know, be aggressive and to hood up and try to bluff me or scare me. He did pretty good. He was ready to fight.
So why does Gordon keep risking his life to illustrate his control over these killer snakes? It's simple. He likes the rush.
Heart, breathing. It's exciting.
King cobra bites are fatal 99% of the time to humans. Now, most toddlers are lucky if they can make it from the couch where they're watching TV to the high chair in time for dinner. So you'd think that running a 26.2-mile marathon might present something of a challenge to a 5-year-old. You'd think.
1, 2, 3.
For years, Baltimore's Lake Montebello has been attracting the area's top athletes. Boxers to basketball players come for endurance training around the lake's 2-mile course. Even for these well-conditioned athletes, 4 to 6 miles is about all they can handle. But one local distance runner is famous for regularly going twice as far. And believe it or not, she's only 5 years old.
I want to be like Flojo, the champion of the world.
Kenesha Jeter is the little running wonder known as Baby Flojo, nicknamed after her favorite track star hero. It was 1 year ago when this fast-moving 5-year-old decided her track and field career had waited long enough.
Me and my husband, we were walking around Lake Montebello for exercise for our health, and Kenesha was in the stroller and decided that she wanted to get out. My husband said, "Look, she's running."
At first, Kenesha's parents didn't understand. They actually tried to stop her.
And she said, why you stop me? I'm having fun. So I said, well, go ahead, go on around. And her first day was 8 miles.
Although it was obvious Kenesha had a talent for running, her parents wanted to make sure it was safe. They consulted with the family pediatrician.
Tell me, how are you today?
Fine.
She has a natural ability to run, so I wouldn't say no, not to do it. Kenesha will stop by herself naturally if she gets tired or she cannot do it.
It wasn't long before Kenesha was easily outdistancing her running partner parents.
She was sprinting at first, but I slowed her down because I couldn't get around that fast.
1, 2, 3.
Kenesha only runs when she feels like it, and her parents won't let her run every day. But to help her train, they found her a coach, world champion kickboxer Eddie Butcher Jr.
How you feeling today?
She'll just keep going and going and going, like the Energizer Bunny, you know?
You all right? Yes. All right.
And today, Kenesha is doing a little competitive training with some of Baltimore's top-ranked amateur athletes.
Come on, I'm gonna beat you today. I'm gonna beat you today.
We joined Kenesha for one of her workouts to see just how far she could run.
Hi!
Once she started, there was no stopping her. After 5 miles, her training partners had had enough.
If she sensed that you were getting close to her, she'd run faster. Never saw anything like it.
After 8 miles, Ripley's had to step in and tell Kenesha to take a break. But even after that, this little 5-year-old still had enough energy to exercise and play.
I'm having fun!
Kanisha may even be ready to run a marathon. Her coach says she's already hit the 26.2-mile mark, although it's never been documented because she's still too young to officially enter a race. But until she can, Kanisha Jeter, the little girl known as Baby Flojo, will have to be satisfied with outdistancing these surprised macho men.
I don't usually run that many miles, but I didn't want her to make me look bad.
I'm sitting down here, she's standing up, exercising.
For now, Kanisha's parents say they're careful to let her go at her own pace. They know her gift will one day earn her a spot as one of the world's greatest.
That's Baby Flo, and we love her. First and foremost, we love her as the little baby that she is.
What's this? Woo!
Kanisha celebrated her 5th birthday by breaking a 10-minute mile.
Next, this dad can finally play catch with his kids. Now that doctors turned his toes into fingers. Plus, what's so strange about this car race? These drivers race in reverse. And meet the athlete doing some pretty mind-boggling things with a piece of rope.
I have 2 world records for jumping rope on my butt.
It's all ahead on Ripley's.
The key to a great golf swing begins with how you hold the club. It's tough enough gripping with your hands. This next guy has to grip it with his toes. And for that, he's very grateful. Oh, yeah.
Here you go, Kenny.
Mark Pringle is known as the Miracle Man from Michigan. And like any dad, he loves playing sports with his kids.
All right.
But for this father, even playing catch or shooting baskets is a big deal.
There you go.
Because believe it or not, Mark's doing it with a hand that has toes for fingers.
I'm the only kid on the block that can play baseball with his toes.
Golf course superintendent Mark Pringle was born with a congenital birth defect in his left hand. But despite the fact that he was missing his 3 middle fingers, he's managed to live a pretty normal life.
I did everything a normal kid would do, or as far as that goes, I never had any trouble with anything that I could speak of until I had this table saw accident recently.
In a cruel irony, while working at home on a table saw, Mark accidentally cut off his only finger on his left hand, the pinky, making the hand useless.
It gets hard.
For Mark's family, the mishap threatened their very way of life because Mark needed that hand to do his job.
Before you know it, your life has totally changed. All you could do is cry, you know? And, you know, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, you know, how is he going to be able to function in his job? Or how are we going to have a livelihood? You know, is he going to be able to play with the kids? Lots of things like that was hard.
Just when things seemed their worst, Mark learned about a radical new procedure doctors were perfecting. There was a chance they could rebuild his hand.
The doctor told me that he could take toes from my foot and put them on my hand.
Remarkably, this risky new surgery using 2 middle toes from his left foot and nerves grafted from the leg could build a new working hand. But should something go wrong, Mark would lose the toes and still have a useless hand. The 15-hour surgery was intensely complicated. As the first toe, then the other were connected, the corresponding nerves had to be rebuilt. The surgery carried no guarantee of success. Once finished, Mark's doctors could only hope for the best. It took months of intense therapy, but Mark's former toes finally began to respond like normal fingers. Amazingly, losing 2 toes didn't affect Mark's walking ability at all.
Come on, guys.
Eventually, he was even able to do things like play ball with his kids.
I can hold a baseball mitt, a bat, I can dribble and you know, do all those kinds of things that, you know, most people take for granted.
It's wonderful to watch him play with his kids, period, because he enjoys it so much.
Mark Pringle's unique tow hand allows him to lead a full life. And with it, this golf superintendent has fulfilled one of his life's dreams. He can finally play his first round of golf at the course where he works. And that qualifies him as a modern medical miracle. And one very lucky man.
Yeah, I feel extremely blessed. I mean, someone was looking out for me, even though I screwed up. Somebody was watching out for me.
David Fisher's parents had big dreams for their honor student. A lawyer, a doctor, maybe even an actor. But that was not David's dream. Nope, he wanted to jump rope. And now he's skipping all the way to the bank.
While most consider jumping rope child's play, this world-class athlete takes it way beyond the simple playground pastime.
I am the rope warrior. I basically jump rope for a living.
Believe it or not, David Fisher is the world's best rope jumper. It's a reputation he's earned through years of hard work. Because if David's not training, he can be found putting on demonstrations at school assemblies and business conferences. He considers it a personal mission to get people in shape by jumping rope.
Jumping rope is a total body workout. It's inexpensive, portable, and there's an infinite amount of things that you can do with it.
And David successfully explored some of the more unusual aspects of rope jumping.
I have 2 world records for jumping rope on my butt. I call them tush-ups instead of push-ups. Basically use your abdominal muscles and hip flexors and pop yourself off the ground. And I do release moves where you let go of one of the handles and spin it around and then catch the handle. There are elements of power jumping where I will jump into the air and the rope goes underneath me more than once.
Ripley's needed a high-speed camera just to see the rope as he turned it at over 300 rotations per minute. However, David is constantly looking for new ways to test his talent.
For all I know, I'm the best in the world at what I do. You know, you're never that good that you can't learn something from someone else.
David started jumping rope after college to get in shape, but he had such a knack for it, he decided to see if he could make a career out of it. But David's biggest thrill is traveling the world, demonstrating his rope jumping skills, especially for kids.
When I go to do a show at a school, I think just the name, the Rope Warrior, has the kids excited before I even get there. Toward the end of the show, we turn off all the lights, and I do these glow rope routines in the dark, and it's like a rock concert. You can't even hear the music because they're screaming through the whole thing.
But even without all the attention, David would still be doing what he does better than anyone else. Because after all, he's the rope warrior.
Rope jumping will always be fun. No matter how good you are, how many tricks you know, there's always new things to invent. It makes it always challenging for me.
Still ahead, Brad Weston will attempt to walk a razor-sharp sword barefooted, all while juggling 3 knives and balancing a machete in his mouth.
This is the most difficult thing I have ever attempted to do.
Plus, the jaw-dropping event that has these villagers doing the unthinkable. And will this bug man have the guts to stay locked in a hot box with 1,000 roaches? Find out next on Ripley's.
Michael Bodan is an exterminator with a dilemma. His specialty is killing cockroaches. The problem is he actually likes roaches. So much so that he can't wait to get inside a plexiglass roach motel with 1,000 guests.
Michael Bowden is a man who just can't make up his mind about cockroaches. On one hand, he's always defending them.
I think people hate cockroaches because they don't understand them.
On the other hand, his exterminator job means most days Michael kills as many roaches as possible. But today, these roaches are safe.
It's a challenge, and I'm up to it.
Because in a feat many would call their worst nightmare, Michael will take the ultimate insect challenge. Believe it or not, he'll be sealed in this case and covered by 1,000 live cockroaches. In his 20 years of bug hunting, Michael has to admit, as strange as it sounds, over time, he's grown fond of the six-legged scavengers.
I'm kind of weird. Instead of having aquariums full of fish, I have aquariums full of cockroaches, and sometimes I'll be sitting here and just kind of watch them and see how they communicate.
The strange obsession doesn't stop at the Roach Aquarium. Michael has also put together the Cockroach Hall of Fame. Here you'll find Marilyn Monroe, and who could forget Liberace.
And this is a neat little roach that's at a piano with a candelabra. And when you hit the button, he starts playing music. That's the favorite of everybody.
But now in the west end of Dallas, Michael's bizarre insect fixation is going into uncharted territory. No one has ever tried a feat like this before.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't even want 2 of those on me.
And Michael hopes by immersing himself in live cockroaches, he'll demonstrate that cockroaches really aren't so bad.
What I hope people learn is that you really don't have to fear cockroaches. You know, they've been around for 350 million years.
But containing 1,000 live roaches is no easy task. To keep them from getting under his clothes, Michael seals himself off with tape. And workers create a moat of water around the container to keep the roaches in. As Michael enters the box, he positions himself for the first 250 roaches. They're in place.
Bring it on.
And in they go. The roaches immediately seek out the warmth and security found next to Michael's body.
I don't know how they're getting in my shirt, but they're getting in my shirt already.
Michael gives the thumbs up for the next 250 roaches. The insects are reaching areas of Michael's body even the camera can't go.
Ooh, oh man, they're everywhere.
Halfway home and there's a problem. The grueling sun and the stench of 500 roaches is making it difficult for Michael to breathe.
I need some air, it's too hot.
But Michael's in too deep and he refuses to stop.
My pants, they're everywhere.
As the next 250 roaches are applied, the crowd yells its support. As the final 250 roaches are added, the combination of the heat and bugs is almost unbearable.
Smell. Oh, God, are they gross. I mean, I knew cockroaches smelled, but I never knew that they smelled this much.
Frantically brushing off the last of the roaches, he's done it. And the man known as Cockroach Dundee has truly had enough, surviving a blanket of 1,000 squirming, smelly cockroaches. And judging by his reaction, Michael's glad it's finally over. Or is it?
I thought I had my pants sealed, but they weren't. So I think I still got one down there in the lower 40 somewhere.
Ripley's world of unbelievable animals. The year is 1957. This proud mama shows off her new pups, all 17 of them. Dalmatians usually have litters of 8 to 10 puppies, but this mom amazingly gives birth to twice as many. Because of the record number of puppies, Mama Dalmatian's owner lends a hand with feeding and caring for the brood, using every baby bottle and dish in the house. Remarkably, in early January 2001, Babe, a Great Dane from Phoenix, Arizona, breaks that record by giving birth to 18 puppies. After Babe's first 9 pups are born, her owners think that's it and retire for the night. Miraculously, the next morning they are greeted by 9 more, a total of 18 adorable puppies. Believe it or not.
Now, it's the auto race that even superstar driver Jeff Gordon might not want to enter. It's about speed, skill, and a really clean rear-view mirror.
This racetrack is home to the most unbelievable event in the world of car racing. And the way these guys drive scares off even the most experienced NASCAR professional. Because, believe it or not, when these guys race, they race in reverse. It began at the Columbus 151 Speedway in Wisconsin as a fun way to bring in spectators. And the 151 is the only track in the world to feature the reverse racing style called backup. Although these backup drivers have unique abilities, they hold down 9-to-5 jobs ranging from construction to web design. Still, their real passion is in the rear view mirror.
All it takes to go forward is money, but you got to be half crazy to go backwards.
It's extremely hard to do, and it's extremely hard to master.
The cars are just as unique as the drivers.
It used to be a Buick.
I've had to straighten out the frame on the car.
I've replaced the rear end on it several times.
Pull it out by hooking a chain on it and driving away from a tree.
And they're usually found just before they head to the junkyard. Every car is required to be fitted with a roll bar for safety, although no mechanical modifications are made. A final tune-up, and they're ready for action.
Think of it, you're mall shopping parking lot, and you want to back out of a stall. When you back out of that stall, you're doing maybe 2 to 3 miles an hour. These guys are backing up at 60.
And the fans share the driver's enthusiasm.
We came 2 weeks ago, and then we just laughed so hard we had to come back and see it again. They were really funny.
It's fun, it's unique. I like seeing the accidents.
For tonight's race, the men tune up and prepare their vehicles with their own brand of TLC. The drivers get buckled in before they head for the track. All the hours of preparation have led to this.
I think we're ready to race. I think we're ready to win.
It's go time.
3, 2, 1. Park your engine.
As soon as the green flag is thrown, they begin to aggressively pursue the cup. The first lap is smooth, but a few laps in, the drivers begin losing control. This driver's ride comes to an early finish due to mechanical failure. And although there haven't been any serious injuries in the sport, backward racers encounter the same dangers as forward drivers. Collisions, spin-outs, even engine fires. The drivers round the last lap, and when the dust settles, it's Mark Remzik who drives away the winner.
That was wild.
For this rare breed of driver, the fame and glory are secondary. It's the prize money that keeps him coming back for more.
Other than the trophy, tonight I'm bringing home a whopping $30.
We'll be right back.
Next, the world's best long rifle shooter goes for his toughest shot ever. Can he hit a tiny target 11 football fields away with a gun over 100 years old?
The distance is so great that the bullet's taking about 3.5 seconds to get there.
Plus, this guy loves to gamble, but see why his latest bet landed him with a pair of size 38 breasts. And the cutting-edge juggling act so dangerous, one slip could cost this man his hands. Next on Ripley's. Brad Weston is a master swordsman, but he doesn't use the razor-sharp knives to protect himself. He uses them to put himself in danger. Believe it or not, Brad is going to walk along the sharpened edge of a sword while spinning a dagger on a machete he holds in his mouth, all the while juggling knives.
This is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the most difficult thing I have ever attempted to do.
Brad's dangerous obsession began when he was just a kid. He started out juggling clubs and beanbags, but soon was juggling knives and swords.
The reason I do it is because I love it. You know, I tried skydiving, I tried bungee jumping. This is the only thing I can fit in the back of my car.
Brad is about to unveil for Ripley's a feat so dangerous, he's never performed it in public.
The reason it's so difficult is because I have to split my focus. I have to concentrate on balancing, which really requires seeing the horizon.
Brad will be surrounded by nearly 20 feet of razor-sharp blade. The slightest misstep could send him straight to the hospital.
My heart beats faster, I start to sweat, and my breathing quickens.
Brad carefully steps onto the sharpened blade. If his weight is not perfectly distributed, the edge will cut right into his foot. Once in place, he lifts the machete to his mouth. The double-edged dagger spins above his head and only inches from his unprotected eyes. Suddenly, Brad is thrown off balance, but regains control and, with the ease of a true master, starts to juggle the knives.
It's very exhilarating. When everything falls into place and I get it right, I feel completely satisfied.
Now that's an unbelievable act that slices through the rest.
Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett, men armed with their rifles conquering the American West. They were expert marksmen without any of the high-tech scopes and high-velocity charges that today's sharpshooters take for granted. But today there is still one master marksman who uses the original cast iron sights and 18th century design to pull off shots that even Davy Crockett would find unbelievable.
In just a moment, Dave Gullo, the world's greatest long rifle sharpshooter, will try to hit this 16-inch target. No big deal? Well, consider three things. He's using a gun over 120 years old, he's using old-fashioned iron sights, and that target will be over 11 football fields away.
The distance to that target is so great that the bullet's taking about 3.5 seconds to get there.
Dave is a leading authority on antique rifles. He's been shooting these old and rare black powder guns for about 20 years and is an 8-time national champion.
Typically, this rifle, I use it in competition at 8, 9, and 1,000 yards.
But today, for Ripley's, the little metal target will be set out at 1,123 yards. That's over 2/3 of a mile. It's the longest shot Dave's ever attempted. It's so far out there, it's almost impossible to see with the naked eye.
I could barely see it through the sights. It's just a tiny little fuzzball is all it is out there. Very small. The low velocity that we're shooting at makes it more challenging to hit a target.
At this distance, the low power of the rifle means Dave will aim high, about 50 feet high, just to get the bullet there.
The instant that bullet leaves the muzzle, the laws of gravity is working against that bullet. So consequently, you're aiming well over the target in order for it to arch and actually hit the target. At that distance, you're really lobbing that bullet in.
And to ensure the utmost control, Dave even makes his own bullets.
That barrel is rifled, and that bullet is spinning at thousands of RPM. And if there is an air void in one side of that bullet from a poorly cast bullet, it's going to affect the accuracy dramatically.
Now is the moment of truth. This is the longest long rifle shot ever attempted. Dave gets himself into position. Loading the chamber with a single round, he checks, then rechecks his old-fashioned iron sights. He hopes for the best, but Dave expects hitting the target will require more than a few tries. After carefully lining up on the barely visible target, Dave fires. Incredibly, Dave hits the target the very first time. It's an amazing shot, and Dave can't help but be pleased. But it's skill, not luck, and Dave goes for another round.
Right in the center. I am able to lean over, look at my spotting scope, and actually see the bullet impact as it happens, long before the sound of the gong comes back to us.
Dave gets 2 in a row, and though he's proved he's the best time and again, he never gets tired of hearing the sound of a solid hit.
After all these years, it still just surprises me that you can hit that little speck out there with iron sights. It just never ceases to amaze me.
Next, locals believe these bulls have magical powers. But you'll be shocked at what villagers are doing with these holy cows. And this man's made a career out of taking on unusual bets.
They bet me $14,000 I couldn't stay in the toilet for a month, and I jumped on it, so I had all my food lined up there.
Now see why he needs a bra to support his latest bet. The strange story, next on Ripley's. People flock from miles around to the Cambodian village of Bat Traing, all looking to be cured of their ailments by these 2 bulls. Locals believe that being licked by the beasts will heal them. The 2 animals gain a reputation for having supernatural powers after their owner dreams they are the incarnation of sacred beings. When one of the bulls licks a lame man's leg, he claims to be cured, and the word of the holy cows spreads like wildfire. Those not fortunate enough to be licked by the bull are forced to settle for less. Believing that bull dung and urine have magical properties, they ingest as much as they can get their hands on. As for the bulls, they have a new lease on life, considering that until their special abilities were discovered, they were headed straight for the butcher's block. Believe it or not.
You might think that the gambler in this next story has guts, or you may think that he's lost his mind. That's because he will wager bet on almost anything. Anything from which drop of rain will hit the windowsill first to, well, get ready for this one, getting breast implants. Yep, this guy bet someone that he would get breast implants. Just like these.
Brian Zembic is the kind of guy who can't resist a bet. And the more extreme, the better. But believe it or not, his latest outrageous wager has made him the proud owner of a pair of 38C breast implants. Breasts which have earned Brian $100,000. This extreme wagering is a way of life for Brian and his buddies, and in their world, your word is your bond. So even a joking remark made to friends about living in solitary confinement quickly turned serious.
So then they bet me $14,000 I couldn't stay in the toilet for a month, and I jumped on it. So I had all my food lined up there, and all my clothes, my coffee.
But Brian's next bet would literally change his life. He was sitting in a casino with one of his buddies when his friend half-jokingly dared him to get a breast job.
That's when Swobo jumped up and said, okay, how much would you do it for? I said, I don't know. He said, would you do it for $100,000? I jumped on it. I said, sure, what's the deal? And we shook hands, and it was a bet.
But Brian learned that the plastic surgery would cost $5,000. So Brian, who knows a lot of people, won the surgery in a backgammon game with a doctor. Within weeks, this 44-year-old man was being prepped for breast augmentation surgery. Brian decided to give his friend who made the $100,000 wager one more chance to back out.
I'm on the operating table. The doctor's about to put me to sleep. He said, okay, Brian, you sure you're going to do this? I said, wait. I got on my cell phone. I phoned Swobo up and said, Swobo, I tell you what, I'm going to be put under in 10 seconds. You want to go out of the bet now for $50,000? He said, no. I said, all right, your last chance. I'll offer $40,000. I'm going to be 9 seconds. I'm falling asleep. 8. I'm going to fall asleep. And he said, no, I'm calling your bluff. And then he hung up the phone.
When Brian Zebik woke up, he had a pair of $100,000 breasts. Something he didn't tell his future wife about right away.
I didn't know he has breasts for about 2-3 months because he never let me hug him. He just said he's very ticklish.
Brian also learned soon enough that his weird wager would prove physically challenging.
For 2 weeks, I'm lying in bed on my back. I cannot get off my back. My back and my chest is so sore. It was like something ripping, or rocks ripping out of my body.
These days, Brian is the subject of a book, as well as the father to a beautiful baby girl.
Woo!
And if anyone doubts Brian's story, he says it's easy to prove that he really does have implants. He just takes his flashlight and shines a beam right through his prized possessions.
At the beginning, I was showing. Now I don't bother showing people my breasts. I say, forget about it. Go just look at the book.
So what's the real reason Brian won't remove the saline breasts? Well, along with the $10,000 he receives for each additional year he keeps the implants in, Brian says that he's afraid of the pain involved in having them removed. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.